Hey over! Gonna check the audio is working. Hey over! Yep. Oh, why have I just paused it? Mute, we'll just have that down. I should probably mention, yeah. Very random thing. With the load game, I think we're only going to do 2 live streams, but that's because we're going to do 2. I've already done 1, so this is probably going to be the last one because it's going to be massive. No, I mean like ginormous because I can probably live stream for quite a while. Anyway, load game. Eli Corp. Um, just gonna check. Yeah, we're working. I've actually done all the commentary for the preceding episode. You'll realise it. So episode 7 should come out beginning of next week, hopefully. It's a rough estimate. So what do we want to start with doing? Could move my curtain behind me, monitor. Give me some light. Means I can then turn my light off. I'll move the curtain back. And now I am saving some light, some energy. That's good. Efficiency. Um. Anyways, we're gonna start playing. We are playing to a quarter speed. I need to remember that. And that's probably what we're gonna. I'm probably actually gonna wait and do a small modifications. There, 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 there. Where needs tools? You're already getting tools. You're already getting tools. Of course, let's say. Okay. Uh, there's so many just like little cargo connections. I'll just connect you to that. Uh, that, uh, that. I'm just gonna check. UI 1500 meters. Here is your 1400. So um. There we go. Oh no. Uh, probably glad you can do is upgrade. No, that seems that's fine. Great. Uh, fine. That fine. Well, going to that. Um, I want to go for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 11. I have a feeling that might. Ooh, 29. I will also do is 8, 18, but yeah. 12. 50. Yeah, let's go 3. You know what? We're gonna add another. So that's 86, and then 1, 2, 40. There we go. 6, 20. And while that's running, we're going to rename so that's B M D M road cargo G. So this is heavy S T heavy rail cargo G. S B. What's the next bit? R C. It's gonna be pause. No, it's gonna be L E X T H Y W W N. It's gonna be W S W. That's just the list of questions. Just to check, what's your code? Your W1. Then it's heavy rail passenger. That is a ridiculously long code. Okay. We're just gonna check. Oh, you've increased. So what we're gonna do? No, anyway. It should start dispersing. I'm really gonna start increasing it. We will nearly full. Ooh. Yeah, all going to down the market. But we are just very quickly going to do is right, we can continue by it. I'm just adding another carriage because they are starting to get really full. I realize that's kind of annoying. We're doing all that. I'm gonna wait until 1873, but my plan is to run a train line from there up to, assuming you are close to where service tools. You do also need tools. One for primary ones. Do you ever own any machine? Ooh, nothing. Actually, what I'm gonna do first is set up the machine delivery. How long is that distance? It's 2 kilometers. So what we're going to do is we're going to place train line here. Okay. Because currently you don't have a connection. And I find that a bit ridiculous. Uh, it's a weird configuration for the track that it gets the job done. So now something we are just going to do is you we lost the rate on 53. No, 13. Go from here to there. And then there. We'll probably move where you actually we're gonna buy a line 14. That might still be overkill. I'm very curious what's it. Yeah, they do come. Yeah. That should work, and then we should for line 13 be able to set this train 30, 53, 58. Oh, okay. The rate of this track for line is 23. Oh, that should be nice and easy. So there we go. We set that up. I don't think I got anything new in 1873. So what we're going to do is uh, 3 kilometers, about 4 kilometers. Um, 嗯 we are just going to do. Yeah, yeah, it's probably gonna be more. Um, uh, ah, where are we? We're running it to the back, so start like that. Um, what we want to do? Yeah, it goes straight through this massive hill, and then what we're gonna do, because this is line 15 is gonna be so infrequent, so we are also going to set this side. Um, what we're gonna do is line 15. Okay, so what's your count like? 48. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna buy this. Start with more tools to start with. Yep. Now replace. We're gonna have a double-headed train for 80. It just looks more visually satisfying. Uh, 46. That's 58. So we're just gonna add another one on here. So that is now 54. So just in case you have okay. And then replace truck over line 16. Going to be there we go. And this has a frequency of every 21 minutes. Just this can take tools. Oh, you're bad. So it's so confusing. You just have none that you can produce. I think you just have absolutely none. Look, how long is this track? 117 meters. And this is only carrying a rate of 46. Eventually, we're going to be running it like way, way higher. It's also going to be getting quicker. We might, you know. I will actually do. I'll probably have that in the recording afterwards. I should. One barrel and through the tank. is going to lose us a fortune first. Look you up. Ah, look, you cross. Include line 77. It crosses over the both boat lines as well as these. We've done a lot of bridges this these large things. A lot of big, arguably. A lot of work has just been put into making Gloucester a major town. I mean, it's worked. I think we started about here, about 280, maybe 270, and now you're a major settlement. I have done some other work, though. How's your machine work? Oh, you seem to have gone up. I mean, the machines are giving an extra 10%. Not much, but it's something. 20 out of 20. 35. We are just going to add another cart. Not cart. That gives us a 42. These are still, no, well, above that, so you should still be fine. Um, 42. This is the 63. 25. 119. 127. Actually, gonna another car. 64. I don't know. Uh, no, we'll decide. Just to fully make sure. There we go. And we'll have a look. If I sort by frequency of descending, it's gotta be the least frequent. Yeah. No, this is. I forgot this line exists. You gotta love it. But this is way, way quicker, which means it covers way more distance. Look at this. So I think it's 20 minutes, but would it realistically be 20 minutes? Which actually ain't that bad. Like, that's light. I'm just going through the ones in my head. A normal train journey. But on these maps, that is insane. This is only every 17 minutes. Yeah, 55. Actually higher. 60. Six, 21. Maybe 22. There we go. Should fix that problem. So if you are disproportionately really slow down. This is my very big train. Every 17 minutes, insane. Is that literally all we need? What we are going to do is not a real question. I think I'm going to go to Whitton because it does give us a different route. It's here rather than here. But I'm not 100% sure, so. And then we'll double check that. This has a rate of every frequency of every 16 minutes. It's a way longer route from one end to another, but as you just saw, they pass each other. Then there's this. These don't have a train emojis. You're on such. I probably will replace that with train quite soon. Then it's here every 15 minutes. And these aren't even that big trains, but it's been completely fine. Every 40 minutes. But this isn't actually that big a distance. It's like 40 minutes from one end to another, I think. Or it's 20, I don't know. It's not that big a distance. Because there's only 2 buses running along it. And there's also. It's only maybe about, considering the speeds, probably a bit shorter than this. I didn't actually realize how long this is, but it's ginormous. If I get tracks, it's like so that's probably about 250 and 2 kilometers to that. Yes, probably like it's at least like over 3 for one way, which is insane. Now I think about it, I mean it's not that insane, but for this game it's kind of insane. Well, this is quite the really excessive long one is quite long. This is the busy bit of it though. Busy bit. There's also this that goes from. This isn't too excessive. I'm probably gonna run maybe there or like there. We are gonna connect like everywhere via trains and stuff. Uh, there's actually those. They're actually quite good. Right. Then you've got this. That's actually real infrequent. Uh, this boat line, even though there's 2 of them. Then there's this, which has 9. So if we only had 4 buses from, are they? Yeah, for some reason they're all near each other. I have no idea. If we only had 2 buses, this would be really, really infrequent. But we have quite a lot of them. This is also the one that goes via some of the more windy, which might even be on a train. Um, then there's here every 8 minutes. Then here every 8 minutes. These have 2 trains running those. So it's quite insane how they're quite real. I can't tell if that's no the entire train's full. It's just that those are the one down ones. These are really big trains, honestly. 205, 200-meter long trains. And yes, I know I could have done with the F5, never did. 8, 7, and we're starting to get into the more frequent ones. What is the line with the lowest rate? 3 with this. 3. And there's 3 of them. No, I'm really tempted to. How long is that distance? That's like 4 kilometers. Oh. I'm maybe that would be that one. You know what? We're gonna look. You obviously have a lot of connection, and what we're gonna do is, what's it? You have 17 and 10. You have 10, and I'm gonna have a look at you. 5, 10 and 10, and you. Ooh, yeah, because we could have like 15, 17, 30, yeah, I'm just coming up with other ideas. But you know what, we're gonna have a look. 118, 286, 418. So what we're gonna do is okay, so this is the one we're gonna replace. We are going to take these three and sell it. We are going to then have 2 tracks. And I might, just to save some money, have this. You know what? We're just gonna have it run. They basically don't pay each time. And for this track, the other track is gonna go up across there. But there and there. Yeah. Wait, that might have that connect there. So. Or I might have 2 separate lines. And we just have that, that. There we go. Um, you might be like, oh, you've done it wrong because like it's this track. Yeah, because that track's gonna go up there. So then what we're gonna do, I'm going to go live. Um, we're gonna rename it. Keep the eye. It's heavy rail passing. Then then we don't have to make a new line path around all that. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna get this. We're gonna get 44 and that to that. This now has a frequency of 14 minutes, which actually means We start to improve the frequency, yet we're only running one vehicle. And we're definitely improving the speed. Which is, as well as coming more frequently, you get the destination. You actually beat out the car significantly. Hopefully this will display. Four, four. That will take quite. It will take a hot minute. What's the lowest rate? Line 63, which this is quite a while. We'll probably have a line from here to Skipton to that's one. Terminate Gloucester. Continue. Not very good anymore. Play to Sandhurst and to Wyndham. Yeah, finish Stratford to Sandhurst to what's that? So, and then we might extend this line up to which probably means you are going to be a very big hub, but it's just a coincidence most of it. But you probably will become quite big. We are. I don't know why I'm looking at that. We've been streaming already for half an hour. Yeah, already, which is good. We're like a quarter of the way there, probably a bit over a quarter. Still like only a quarter though. So yeah. We're just. Well, what have we done so far? Oh, I should have checked if I got any of the vehicles. Because this is no, no, no. I know next we're gonna get quite a lot of stuff. Well, I know we're gonna get one set of things, so I should probably keep some money saved. Luckily, I don't think there'll be many trains, but there might be some. How are you doing? 80. It's your 57. 68. 137. There we go. Fix that problem. No, it probably wasn't a problem. It's just a bit too close for comfort for me. Well, now the massive train is exiting. How frequent is this train comes on PCA? 8 minutes. So not like that frequent, but not that empty. They actually come at levels on. I think it's still gaining. But then, because actually, no, I can look. I think it stays basically the same level. Yeah, 49. That 100% decreases. I think the 100 is still increasing. It's just now this tunnel, which mind you is boring, 50 meters bore straight through a mountain, and then yeah. Because it goes from around about 20 meters to around about 50. Not that major a step. Luckily, there's a train. Luckily, there's a train line. Just through this, so there's some difference. And then there's also this really big bridge. All the boats coming through. Yeah, occasionally whoever's driving down here has a really bad time. Where's your destination? We'll have a that might be a game. But do I do? I don't know. Ah, take that. 40 odd million. You let my value is now at the highest it's ever been, as well as my bank balance. Right. I think that's roughly when I paid off my debts. Was late. I was like, there. And bank balance was always a bit dodgy. It did increase around then. It's always been a bit iffy. The value hasn't, and then the value has. And the value and the bank balance has exploded. Assets. Is the value about 90 million? On here it says 80 million. Eventually everything's going to get so devalued it doesn't really matter. Um, hey yo. Oh yeah, there are vehicles that go through there. I'm gonna I'm gonna watch the bus go down that road. I really want to see. Oh, here we go. Here's a bus. What have I done it like that? Hmm. Here we go. How fast is this going? Like this is the actual speed it's going. Which is still impressive, mind you, because these weigh 1800 kilos and it's only being pulled by 2 horses. That should not be doing that. Lateral. Also, mind you, it's actually floating. I love Transport 52's physics. It's actually surprisingly okay, the physics of this game. Just some points that it can get a bit dodgy. That is minging, so what we're going to do is we're going to... but that kind of fixes the problem. It makes it not so minging. Oh, you're not all big road, are you? I didn't even realize that. I know I'm going to eventually have to post this, but it's really unsatisfying in the state since then. It's the machine train. I wonder if you've grown because of the machines. What we are now going to do is I'm going to place that there, put that there, mm, and then on this case, that, okay, so that, 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 that. And a new line as well that goes here, 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 here. Line 17. Something we are also now going to start doing again is, now I realise it, we're going to line 21. It's tram load. going to be L. For the first round, L E light rail. We don't need to say it's passenger. It's going to be loop out. I think it's the end. Uh, L E light rail loop in that. Um, 23. This is where. What do we um, P, direct. That should work. 24. Weird. I think this is fit. Oh, it's 27. Okay, so what we're gonna do? It's going to be HY road cargo layout. HY light rail direct. There we go. We've now renamed a bunch more. We're nearly at 50 million. Our finances are becoming ridiculously efficient. And we're running it. Actually running. We're doing quite well. We are actually progressing full time. I don't think I'm going to finish this series by the time Transport Fever 3 comes out. They said 2026. I don't know if they've dropped. They haven't dropped a release date yet. It could end up in June. It might. I don't know if the original was delayed. Like this version was delayed. Um, Realistically, considering the amount of time they spent making it, I reckon it's going to come out maybe January. Considering the amount of time they gave us as an announcement, November? Question mark. If I am right, like December, no, November is just a really. That is an out of the clue. Maybe more like when would they have the most players? It would be just before Christmas, so November, December. That is an out of the field guess based on when the last game released. This game released November of 2019. Should probably know that, but November actually released December of 2019 to be pedantic, or was it January? The early access came out in November, I think. Because yeah, it did. Considering there are videos on it from November. It came out either at the very end of December or the beginning of January. I can't remember. It might have been the 25th. Exactly. But it didn't come out on console for a while. I have a feeling this is going straight to console because they've already. I feel like it's more like a massive update on this game with a lot of core features, with instead of having based off a new fully new code. But I'm not sure. I'm not enough of a technical nerd to give the answer. Oh, we got a new boat. I didn't even realise we got a new boat. We have got a new train. The dread in my face. Okay, quite. Oh, we're gonna replace all our trains. I think maybe. I'm not sure. Okay. How long is it? 15 minutes. This is gonna be. So luckily I've saved up a bunch of menus. we are just going to check on all those vehicles. This is what we've been waiting for since the beginning. It has to be fair, that does have more power, but obviously I was unsure about that. I know it's better, but it's 1 kilometer an hour plus the hour. Plus it emits a lot. It emits 75, so I don't really like using it. Using it. So we're gonna use the American Stagecoach instead. That's why I didn't replace it back in 1870. Plus, it cost an absolute fortune. This runs out in 1930. That is insane. That runs out in 1924, which is probably even derpier. 1890s. Why does it run out before? Is it just that rubbish of vehicle? Yeah, because these all run out in 1997, I thought. Where's the Asian? The Asian. Those all cost the same, so I'm not going to bother to replace them. But we are replacing all the passenger vehicles with the American Stagecoach. But before that, we just need to check. Okay, this is actually worse than most have. It's significantly worse. It has worse tractive effort or power, and it weighs more. So this can carry too good, pretty good. And how many at mediocre? You can carry that mediocre. Yeah, it's just worse. Um, it's either equal or worse. We're gonna look at the new car. 60 kilometers an hour. So I don't think I need. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this this train. 33 at good. Wait, two. How many at mediocre? 165. Um, I think it's sufficient. Yeah, so we're not going to replace it yet. There's no need to. The extra 20 kilometers an hour isn't really going to help us. Um, uh, but we are going to wait to replace it when we go through the trains, and then we're going to fully replace it. Also, I think it's just more efficient to do with stuff because there's no benefit. We're actually going to lose out when we go in and replace those other ones. So instead, we've got extra speed that's unaccounted, that unnecessary. So we are just going to do, we're going to go here. Oh, the boat was the other thing we need to check on. Boat. Okay. Boat. And then boat. Quicker, has got less horsepower. It does carry more. Got faster loading speed. It's way. It's got more power actually. Uh, we'll do boats after. Let's start with this. Infinite costume. Yeah, considering that cost barely anything. These are the biggest ones. They barely cost a thing. This is why, yeah, trains cost so much more. I think I had a rant about. I think I mentioned that in the preceding episode, but like the commentary of the preceding episode should come out in about a week. Plug for that again. And we'll probably plug it at the end of the stream again. Um, There we go, I'm done. How long did that take me? It wasn't so. Ah, my finger hurts weirdly. My left thumb hurts. Probably not from that, just hurts from doing it for about an hour. It's fine. I think I was just holding. I tried not talking during that entire thing. Aye. Yeah, that's gonna be a time lapse. No, that would be a really funny time lapse though. Why though? Ah, okay. So this was a rate of 177. First thing we're gonna do is replace 10 of these. Why is it replaced half of it? I guess they're not in docking. You know what? We're not even gonna bother to replace. We're only gonna replace the ones already with the large boats. Replays. It's slightly better, I think. I yeah, considering these contributors. We're gonna pause it down now just for a second, just so I can recover the finances. I think we've done. Well, what year did we start? I think we started the stream in 1872. No, 1872 for August, I think. So we've already got 3 years through. It's gonna take ages, considering we're on third episode where I started playing a date. Yeah, third episode. No, 3, 5, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We've had 5 episodes where we've played the date, and we've only got to 1875. But you know what? We're gonna continue playing at quarter speed. I think we started the general episode. I think we do 5 years per episode on average. That would get us, say, we'll do 4 and then 5. Probably take us about, after this one, 5 more episodes. So we'll probably get about 12 episodes series. But I might end up doing a couple bigger episodes or a bunch of small episodes. Maybe we stop streaming. You know what? After Live City, but before, if Transport v 3 doesn't come out before Live City ends, which will be about a year after we started it, I might do one of these every Sunday, and do it so we do 2, and then we do an episode. Then I'll edit the episode, and that might, and then let's say we'll end it in May, and let's say the new game comes out in like August, probably get 3 episodes done like that, plus all in the holidays. Yeah, I could probably get quite a lot of episodes done. And we are mainly going to be running the day at quarter speed while I'm doing stuff, so we end up progressing time. I'm going to try and keep the date paused at a minimum. Wow, shouldn't we progress? I mean, it took. There are 2 series that come into my head that are exactly 40 episodes, and I think most people's series get to about 40 episodes. Obviously, I don't think I'll get that much far through, but I don't know how many people are putting like 3 hours of footage into a 40-minute video into it. 3 hours of footage is quite a lot. So I'm probably still gonna have about 40 episodes, 40 hours of footage. Plus I've got some really long episodes. The second Transport Fever 3 comes out, I might continue this series later on, but I'm gonna set up a new Eli Corp. The second Transport Fever 3 comes out. like the week and make a bunch of moderately edited episodes. I might just cancel doing shorts that week. I might just compensate by doing like I might just do like an extra short a week. I might just not, yeah, just not do shorts for a week and focus solely on Transport Fever 2. Or Transport Fever 3 it'll be then. It'll be really weird calling it Transport Fever 3. I mean, despite this being like my main video series, this isn't anywhere near my actual series. I think I've played this game enough for the amount it cost. Make it come on Game Pass, actually. I'm not sure if I did. It's definitely been worth it though. I've played it for like 20 days. Despite I'm never only reaching the end of the game once in a video series, and only ever starting 3 video series on it. I've also beat the game on my own on not Eli Corp, Profit Inc., which I must have spent so many hours doing because I started it, I think, end of 2023, middle of 2023, and I continued reasonably often playing it with a couple of hiatuses. I didn't play it in January 2024. Aside from that, I don't think I really took. Continually from about halfway through. I played it semi-continually for over a year. I think a year and a bit. I stopped around whenever it hit 2020. Luckily, I've been streaming enough Transport Video 2 I can probably work out the ref date. So yeah. Anyways, back to this. There. Oh, how are you doing like this too? Good. You shut up. There, 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 there. There. Ooh, this is actually like the last time to not have any train connections or any of my connections. You know what? This will be the last time without any connections. So we might as well connect it. Oh, that's a quite a long distance. How many trains are on that too? There we go. This is also fun fact: the highest uptown. It's not even that close. They're over 50 meters because it's so far from anywhere. It's so far from everything else as well. Such a remote. There is a road connection, but you Bedworth and Wyndham are very remote, but Wyndham is connected roughly to Sandhurst. You are, technically speaking, you are quite remote, but you're not that remote because it feels like you're way more remote because you're like, well, often if I say, on the hill, you have buses. So what we're gonna do? 1, 2, 3, 18 can get to, and 19 can get to. There we go. Connected. The final town now. If I just go through list of towns by population, you are 100% connected. You're connected. You're connected. You're third. You're third. You're connected. You're connected. You're connected. You're connected. You're connected. You're just about connected. You're 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 connected. Also, fun fact, they're all connected, not just connected, they're all connected by train to each other. You can get to anywhere from anywhere else via train. It just takes a few steps. Like if I want to come from, we'll say Wrexham to Bedworth, to go to Walsham or down in Market, but I'll go to Woolston, to Hull, to Laidbury, or to Laidbury, and then on to Bedworth. And if I want to go from Whitham to Pontifax, that's actually only 2 because you need to go from Laidbury and then onwards. It's actually not hard to get any between Roy anyway. They're all reasonably simple. I think they're all within 4 lines now, which is, good. That's the title for the video. I connected every single town via train in my series, Transport Fever 2. And I have actually, because what have I done? So far, the last 2 episodes, I'm not actually finished this episode, we have connected you, we've added a train line for you, which means that you can now get between you two with simple ways. I connected Wyndham and then Bedworth, I think. Yeah, this is a 3 towns we've added via train, I think. But then in the previous episode we had Salisbury and Broadstairs. So we have, and I think Sandhurst as well. We have been doing a lot. Oh, if you're wondering what the sound is, it's a real. I've got a reel that can snap into 3 parts and snap back again to fold it. and stuff like comparing it to serious that's about to do around with. So yeah, every single town is now connected to every single other town by train. So yeah, I've added 3 towns to my network so far this episode, which is kind of impressive. Which also means we've got them all connected before 1876, which is good. It means they all have old star stations very clearly. It's actually better than my other save, which took until 1900 for me to have every other station, I think. Which, yes, I knew we met Electrics before I connected all these things. Let's save that. Must be profit. How long have we been streaming? At least an hour and a half. Oh yeah, so what we would I'm gonna hit about 3 o'clock and then it'll be about 2 hours, but I'll probably stream a bit longer than that so we can make sure it's a nice big episode. Oh, it's one of our vehicles. I wonder what the least frequent line is now. 24 minutes. Oh, I just realised something. I've made you incredibly infrequent. 24 minutes. Mind you, there's 2 trains going on here. 2! Imagine going from one end to the other. It's because it's such a long route. And it goes through such remote countries. Like, here. You can't see anything. Considering, yeah, this has 1 train and it's line 65. All that is, yeah, it's still fine. Oh, your the third most infrequent thing. The most infrequent bus line is still, it's gone up, I think, to 13 minutes because it's so much quicker. The extra 2 kilometers an hour does add quite a lot. I am actually going to do something very quickly. What we're going to do is we're going to. What? Oh, it's still 13 minutes. That has 3 trains and it's only at 13 minutes. 11 minutes. We're actually not that infrequent. We're nearly at 1976. Um, I'm just realizing how insane X4 as a series was. Because we were done in about the same amount of episodes we are in Corp now. But instead of being in 1875, we were in, 2025 odd. Which is insane. Even 1 time speed saves. It's also like the best video idea I ever came up with ever, I think. Because it's such. I searched it up. I don't think anyone had done it before me. Correct me if I'm wrong. It didn't do well, mate. It was a very fun idea for a video series. It's one of my favourite video series ever. Not actually production wise. I think I could have done better production. But idea wise, It's such a unique challenge, and it was kind of hard at times, but it wasn't that hard. I think I set the it to easy difficulty because the challenge, if that had been set on hard, I wouldn't have got any change. Um, Even normal would have been a bit of a struggle. Um, so I was I for I wasn't like forced into doing it like that. It just was like hard doing it any other way. But it would have been very hard doing it on hard difficulty, and it wouldn't have been very interesting math wise. Like it would have basically been like with easy difficulty, I was able to get through train. It's also, to my knowledge, one of the few series where you've got an entire game thing into one 4 hour video. Like the entire Transport Fever 2. You can get an entire Transport Fever 2 series into one 4 hour video, which ain't that bad. And there's not that much time lapsing as well, which means it's not just like a time lapse. Because I could theoretically put all of the Corp into a series. It would be a 4 hour episode. It would need to be going at least like 10 times speed. Um, it would. Oh, I've just entered it. 1876. It would be a bit overkill. 1876. Nothing new in that department. Good chance we get nothing new. Yeah, quite a bit cool. Last. The only thing is maybe chance. It also depends on how much you pause the game. So I might try and pause it less. Yeah, I want to advance time scale so we can get closer to the present day. Maybe that's a good goal. Get to 90, 100 before I end the series. I mean, it depends on when they end. I had Transform Movie 3. I was actually, before they announced it, I was doubting it would ever come out. I was like, has the game studios like disappeared or something? Because this game came out dead on basically 5 years after the original. So, and we'd waited 5 years and we'd had no announcements, and this game was still getting updates, which was the other suspicious thing. Because this game got an update back in 2024, which meant you could get mods, and that's also kind of a show that the game might have been ending, but like not being replaced with. Yeah. And they actually added some stuff, so. But they then announced it. To be fair, this game came out very end of 2020, 2019. I mean, so and we have had they probably game should probably have some problems immediately after, if you know what I mean. So they probably couldn't able to release it, but still, it was a bit. I found it a bit like they weren't going to release it, and then they announced it, and I was a bit shocked. I mean, when they announced it, May. The real question is how long after the announcement does it come out? I reckon if we say a year, that would give us May. Also, I don't just know off the top of my head. I was looking up my channel and because I made a community post like 4 hours after it came out, saying it would come out, been announced. It's like the only community post I've ever done. There's like one other community post I've done on EI Gaming, and that's literally like all my community posts, which is so funny. Oh yeah, we're near the end of the Minecraft thing. Yeah, because at the end of the year, I'm going to do a stream showing off my Minecraft mod. And we have added some stuff because they added shelves and I've used them once. And I also got spear. I've also like I've got a full up max that spear. And, yeah, no, nothing to do with this. I should probably focus on actually game. I'm just letting it play and earning money. There to Yeah, I got an idea. So there. No, just depends. Nah. It's plastic only used for goods. I'm sure it's used for more than goods. So there's a few right there. There's an oil thing measure. Bit long. It's just maybe wheat would be bread would be nice. Uh, uh, it's just so hard deciding. Oh, we should probably play actually. Um, down, down, down. In that sense, you. Alright, break down. No good. Maybe we can have that today. Just fuel. And then train it all the way to us at sea. Yes, I'm gonna do that. No. Uh-huh. No, bear and then boat it. Um, maybe we could just have that there. And then boat you across to there, and then we'll have this. Yeah. We are actually going to have a double track in case the need arises. Uh, we are just going to. Okay. And actually, to start with, we're only going to have this until we actually need to. What have I just done? I've just divided filter. I think I did that on another save, didn't I? That might be, yeah, that might be what I did on the other save. And then we're gonna boot So keep away. And maybe future. Yeah. Just how there we go. Um weird angle. Um, yeah, you know what? Bye. We're gonna have a double-headed stone. 147. Oh, it took so it took so long. I know. But, yeah. And just because this is gonna take like ages if I don't. Wyndham Court. We're not going. Oh, right. Big, big courts. We always make a dumb mistake, don't we? I always make a dumb mistake. Just to check, these definitely can take away though. That's not gonna be the yeah, they can. Uh, these don't even need to be 100 each. It should be very, very good. I know. There's coal, have iron. So yeah, we're gonna have a train line that goes there. We might we could have two iron. Oh, we can go from there to there. But what we're gonna do is very different. There we go. That should now work, and that means it will never load more than 50%. There we go. Just you know what we're even like starting this should doesn't load half of what's there half yeah, so you can take a max of 20. Yeah, actually replace done 100. We'll be actually, I'm annoyingly gonna have to add another. Oh, there we go. It'll have some right. You will spend so much on that. How long have we been streaming? An hour and 35, so. But I'm gonna aim for a little over 2 hours. Because, I don't know. Oh, this is so busy, man. Because this has a okay, 13, but this has over 128 seconds, and this 65 seconds. So this is quite busy. This, I'm probably not going to set it fast to difficult speed because if I do, then I'll have to do a bunch of waiting for finances. To replace trains. This is a good speed. How are we doing? Yeah, we should be doing quite fine. This is a ginormous train now I looked at it. This is also quite a big train as well. How much does this load? 52 out of 104. And you can load 52 out of 104. What's the time? What can I do to fill up the rest of this live stream? Uh, um, um, I'm not sure. I haven't thought that through. Something. We're gonna add another 30, which means they can each have 15. Means you have a rate of 185, but 100, we'll say 180, 60. Your rate is 75, actually. Um, we are actually about to reach the next year, so. Um, um, we have all new train. Okay, so I think I saw a new train. New locomotive. Ooh, I have a feeling. Yes, I have a note. I know what this is. Um, okay. First, first line with this on is going to be here. Here is actually the first line with this on. Um, there we go. And what we're gonna do. There we go. And then for the train here, we are going to actually have the first new train. Now, what we're going to do is I'm going to bring out this can carry how many? Good. 40. Good. 64. Good. Versus capacity, not absolute numbers. It can carry over. Okay, so 244. Uh, how many was that? 188. Okay, yeah, I'm inclined to replace. I might actually go in. So this has mediocre. This would also be mediocre, but we can actually decrease the cost while still running it all right. And in your case, we're gonna also run here 30 carriages, which would be 120. That. Yeah, but now I'm gonna pause it. Train. We're gonna go by maybe by vehicles. I don't know. What we're gonna do? Last one. Oh, there was something else that came into it, wasn't there? Oh, I haven't actually checked something. How much more expensive are they? Oh, not that much more. I guess because uh, these aren't going to make too much of a difference here, but passenger trains they are. And they are actually 4 points now quicker, which means we can now and we should run. Oh, here's the question. Are these better than this? They have higher power, low attractive effort, but they weigh significantly less. So, and they do actually cost a bit more to run. So it's gonna get going. I think it might struggle a bit. It's at 60 kilonewtons of attractive effort. It's still gonna probably be alright. See, this is gonna cost us an absolute loot. Now, this is where it really matters. We're going to replace it with this toy because look, uh, back. It's the toy. 55. Another thing we're gonna do, another advantage is I don't think I need to replace the cabs or the cars for a while. How am I nearly bankrupt already? I've spent so much money. Luckily, a lot of these are just locomotive replacements. Don't cost a bit. I think I'm nearly done. Oh, there's so many more trains. How's it possible? Okay, this is where I'm gonna need to pause the day. Oh, oh no, we're just pausing. Okay. I'm in to replace you with 22. If I look, uh, my bank balance is going to drop off so majorly. Um, 3 million. We don't have that. Yeah, we're not getting 300. But luckily, I think that's the big reset. Now I've got a fortune. Luckily, I've already replaced that. In your case, going to take two of those off, which actually means we gain money. That's probably also Which means actually most of this doesn't cost that much. Which means we should be able to get through most of these without much of a problem. Because a lot of these didn't cost. Alright, we only need to replace after this one. Probably only needs a bit more. Yeah, we are down. Running very low on money, but we should be able to. And then there's one more where we need to replace it. The original one. 1.2 mil. 1 mil. So it cost about a million. Really cost me that. His is probably gonna be replaced with an actor. Oh, we have got all the way to 1877 though, which is good. Maybe we'll move on. Just yeah. We need about a million. Oh no. Uh, you know what? It'll probably show it on here. Yeah, it shows that the profit increased. Oh, we nearly hit it. There's going to be a massive drop off. And I'm just going to let the money. Actually, I've still got 3 minutes. I'm just going to wait for the money to regain. We might actually pause the day, but then set it to run day before we actually ran any of it. So I can just gain. Track is actually really insane. We're nearly at 5,000 total population. You can see the 100 million. That is insane. I spent 100 million. That was actually my most profitable year ever at 41 million. Almost income year, not profitable. But I spent 100 million. Which means if you go on the financial table, investment 12 million. 3 million. 16 investments. I would have actually turned a massive profit in all the unprofitable years if it wasn't for investment. 68 million on investment. Eventually that'll be like one train, but apparently that's quite a lot. Which be all these minor games are yeah. Value doesn't seem to have had taken a tool here. We're just gonna have to play it a bit. How's headquarters doing? Yeah, because like assets is 127 million. Liquidation is only about a million. Inventory, which is now overwhelmingly vehicles, is quite a lot. I think real estate will start again. Does real estate include like this? Is this real estate? Because if it is, that makes sense why it's so high. I want to get it high enough where I don't dip into negatives ever. There we go. I think I've gained. I don't have any debt, right? There you go. You can see I had debt for ages. I think those condensed for about 1/3, just under 1/3 of the entire time I've been playing. I've had debt, and then in this remaining 2/3 we have exploited. It's probably about a third because the graph doesn't, go exactly to where it's supposed to be on. Yeah, there's an entire segment. Look how long I was on 1850. All these other years are minor compared to that amount I was on there. I've still actually got to the live stream a bit. How long have I been streaming? Oh no. How long? I'm 54. I want it to be like 2 hours. So, I wonder if this is my longest stream ever on this channel, guys. We'll have a check on this. Good. Oh, you're not turning. 32. Well, now let's go. Wonder how long is this? Yeah. Oh, yeah, we have a track anyways. Where is it? Okay, where is 1 million? Not actually that expensive. Yeah, what we're gonna do the rest of this live stream is just oh, actually, we'll set that on there. We will need to something we are just very quickly gonna need to do. So what we're gonna do is HYST road cargo. You know what? I have got one saying like what do I call it? Um okay. H1 R R B yeah, we're just going through and renaming all of these lines. So it's HY light rail direct to uh S C R P loop inner thing. Okay, so it's L E R C bread, which is that third. Anyway, so yeah, we're 54. Yeah, we should be fine. No, not got any. Um, this is going to be the uh, piece of work that we do. No, I don't want to be here yet. Um, um, line 25, 29. Yeah. 47, 54 should be good. Anyway, so yeah, that will be giving the goods, and then we'll do that later because I've been streaming now for just over 2 hours, and we're just gonna check. I don't think I missed anything. Oh, another thing I was gonna check is I didn't miss any other new things, did I? Oh yeah, I did. That tram cost for 90,000. The only problem is it emits like crazy. So I would prefer not running it in an urban area. If we've got any non-urban trams, I'll put them on that. No. I don't think I'm gonna run it because it emits 81 emissions. So I'm not going to run that. I don't think. Just, I'm actually going to check through all the lines that we did today by line name. So, all the higher up line names. Yoris. That was the last episode. That was the last episode. Did quite a lot. Okay, so that was the last one we set up last episode. Now we're going to go through this episode one. This looks like it's doing fine. This doing fine. You know what? We have been streaming for 2 hours, yes. I'm gonna start going through all the lines, just checking them, and you can also see as a review of what we've done these last two videos, the last two live streams. So first of all, we have this. That's doing fine. It's just got this jump. I think that's fine. Then we've got this one. It's also got a train on it, and it's doing fine. Line 90 going across here. How many vehicles? There's 16 trucks going across there. That's fine. Then there's okay. So that's all those. And then we need to go back to line 1. And here is the one that delivers the iron. And there's that. This is doing fine. It's got 6 trucks. This, that looks like it's doing fine. And then this that's the machine one. It looks like it's doing fine. And then there's the machine delivery. It looks like it's doing fine. And then we've got the buses inside of Skipton. Or one of the bus sets inside of Skipton. Then we've got some buses. Another set inside of Wyndham. Line 7, which is to here, which I did at the end of the last live stream, as well as that. Oh, that is doing fine. Doing fine. Not doing fine. Is it just... No, it is doing fine. It's just, I think, a bit iffy with randomly. and then that's doing fine. I just need to check. You are getting quite a lot of tools. Quite a lot. Yeah, then first one this episode, that's doing fine. That's doing fine. What? What? Oh yeah, I waited. So then I did this, that looks like doing fine. That is it doing? It is, I just don't think many of them are using that. But it might eventually. It's doing fine, it's doing its job. Then there's this massive line which looks like it's doing fine. That's doing fine. That's doing could need another bus. That's doing fine. Doing fine. That's doing good. Ah, yeah. So, 1, 2, 181. I'm actually going to add another card. That should fix the problem with that, I think. Too high. We might as well just add another 2. There we go, 140. 202, 91. That's doing fine. That's doing fine. That's doing fine. That's doing fine. There we go. I've gone through all those lines. And now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through all this so you can... Now, okay, properly starting the outro, you can just go through here. That's the financial chart for the last thing. That's the financial chart. This includes the entire series, this entire episode. We start about the beginning, that first of the first 1871. It is roughly the start. Right there. So you can see we've done quite well. We've been earning a decent bit. Our earnings haven't really enough. It's gone slightly up, as well as our decrease. Like our expenses earned, which have gone slightly up, but not significantly. This is what the chart looks like. I think we started about here, and then our here. So the value and income of that shot up. It peaked at 51 million. It did drop down to 22 million, but like you can still see 130 million value. That's what that looks like. That's what town looks like. And then we'll actually go over to the headquarters. I don't think it's changed because it doesn't have the ability to, but that's what the stats look like. We now have 728 road vehicles. You can look at all that. Right there. I think that's all my financial stats. We'll just have a look at the towns. I'll go in size order. So you're the biggest at 695, 633, 449, 439, 427, 368, 321, 312, 233, 230, 183, 180, 164, 127, 125. What? 117, 116. I'm just looking. So yeah. And now I am going to do the outro, I think. Yeah, how long have I been live streaming for? 2 hours and 8 minutes. Yeah, so I think it's time to do the outro. Anyways, like the stream if you enjoyed it. You can yeah, I think I've already I'll mention it again. You can go on here too to see time lapses and a game clip. Currently one game clip, hopefully there'll be more, but it's a game clip actually from last series previous, and there might be another game clip uploaded later today, but I'm not pretty sure if I'm going to be doing it today or next week or whatever. Hopefully I'm going to be adding some game clips. What else do I have to say? Oh, actually, very quickly, I'm just going to do something. that I'm not actually going to play it. I just need that on there so I don't forget to turn it on. Next live stream. What else was I going to say? Go over to EI2 live stream if you enjoyed it. Share it if you think other people enjoy it. Hit the notification bell if you want to be informed of new content. Visit the channel page to see all current content, including all the previous live streams and episodes. The episodes are a bit more fast-paced-ish. I've also got X4, which I think I yapped about for about 15 minutes. That's going in the comment. I'm not sure if it is. That would be funny. That might go on EA clips to be fair. I'm not guaranteeing it will. It just might. As a nice good clip for honestly today. What else do I have to say? What else do I have to say? Yeah. Subscribe if you want to see me. Subscription fees. Stuff like that. I don't really know. Okay, so I don't know if you can do this, but you can hype a channel. I don't know if you can do it with live streams and stuff, but hype my channel if you think I've deserved it. Like the video if you enjoyed it, but if you hype, that means that you really enjoyed the content. I think because you only get free, and yes, you pay. Who's paying for that? Who's paying for hype coins, man? And if you are, I'm sorry if I offended you. Why? What was I gonna say? Yeah. Hopefully we'll be releasing the three of the last live streams, the previous episodes of the live streams as an episode because that's what we're doing. These are actually for episodes. Hopefully this one will come out January. I'm trying to get two done in winter, in Christmas, winter break, winter holidays. But yeah. Anyways, enough procrastinating. Let's get on with it. Thanks for watching. Have a good rest of your day, and bye.